Is the story you want? Let me think now. The water horse? Oh no, we've had that already. The blue men of the Minch? Oh, not today. The Selkie folk? We're fed up hearing about them. Beware of marrying dark, handsome strangers' girls. Have you ever heard such a useless piece of advice? I never married a dark, handsome stranger. Wasn't for want of trying. But that's another story. There are some things that we choose. And there are some things that choose us. But the most important thing of all is how and when and where we come into the world. We have no choice in the matter. No choice at all. Long ago, before the Northmen came, and before the High Kings crossed from Ireland to the fort at Danad, we understood that. Have you ever seen a hind on the hill, or a culloch fruch in the heather, or a trout in the burn? But for fate, that could have been you or I. They had no more choice in the matter than we did. Caillou, this story happened when people lived in the brochs, like the one in Carloway and the one at Dunvorinish in Uig. The laird who ruled the island at the time, he had his men-at-arms, his gillies, his piper, and his bard to praise him. The seas around were full of mackerel. There were stags on the hill, and the barley grew high all around. The seasons came and went. The tide rose and fell, and life was good. There was a kind of rightness about things. This day, two strangers appeared at the broch, a man and a woman, dressed in fine clothes and all in green. The man was tall and lean, with a sharp face of a hawk. A sword hung by his side, and he had a dagger in his belt. One look told you he knew how to use them. The woman was sleek and dark, with the green eyes of a cat. And strange to tell, their eyes were the only part of their faces that you could see. For at all times they kept the rest of their faces hidden. Could they pass the night in the broch, they asked. Of course, said the laird, who was generous in his hospitality, but not very bright. Although he was wary of the man, he was struck by the beauty of his companion. They would all feast in the broch that night. But what to feed his fine guests? the man, as though he had read the laird's thoughts, which he seemed to do for most of the evening, said, "If you go to the pool in the river after high tide, you will find a salmon big enough to feed us all." They went to the pool at the river, and there was a salmon, just as the man had said. But no ordinary salmon. It was the length of a grown man. A henfish of great age and full of eggs. That night they dined on the flesh and the eggs of the great fish, all except one ancient cailleach, who whispered to the laird, "Have you no eyes? These are no wandering strangers, but na Doine Shi, the fairy folk." Before she could utter another word, she felt the eyes of the cat lady upon her. The cailleach gave a cry of pain and fell to the ground, dead. The feast continued, with the strangers telling wondrous tales of great cities where people might fly through the air and talk with those not present, as though they were in the same room. As the evening drew to a close, the laird, possibly emboldened by the spirit of the barley, inquired whether he might gaze upon the lady's features unhindered by the mask. "Indeed, you may," she replied, though she strongly advised against it. "Why so?" said the laird. "Lest it prove fatal," she replied. In the morning, it was discovered that the strangers had left in the night and were never seen again. In the weeks that followed, the people of the Broch fell victim to a strange fever, which spared only the young and the newborn. By the time the autumn came, the Broch was a deserted ruin. Ma? Ma? O Carvelu. Hello? Can you see me all right? Can you hear me okay? Yeah, I can see you. Move back a wee bit. You're too close. Shawnish, that's better. Now don't move and don't touch any buttons. Skype. No, not Sky, Skype. Now you know I can't visit. Och, not for a while anyway. Oh, come on, Gaffis. You just have to do as you're told. Stay in the house, don't go out, and don't meet any strangers, apart from your home help. Who is it this week? Katrina, you like her, don't you? Yeah, I know she's wearing a mask. She has to. We all have to. Oh, goodness knows, quite a feast where it came from. It just happened. Anyway, you'll be all right over there in Carloway. As long as you do as you're told. Well, the government, the scientists, the experts, they know what they're doing. No, there's no church, no communions. Well, Reverend McKinnon, he's in the high-risk category. Wasn't he ages with yourself? Went you in school together? Along with the rest of the congregation? Oh, well, I don't know what you're complaining about. You said yourself often enough that he was hopeless. There's a service on the radio. The wireless. Yeah, there's a service on the wireless. No, I don't know which church it is. It could be Luerbost or Lochmaddy. No, they're not all FPs in Lochmaddy. Not the ones I met, anyway. So, you have the wireless and the People's Friend and the telly. Oh yeah, I know the telly's rubbish, but it'll pass the time until things get back to normal. Oh, yeah. Oh, the kids are fine. Yeah, the kids are okay. Not in school, unfortunately. Why don't you phone them? That's what I bought you that phone for. Remember, I showed you how to work it. So, it made a funny noise and then it went black. OK. Get Katrina to put it on the charge for you. Is she there? Oh, making your lunch. What are you having for lunch today? Salmon. Oh, it's all right for some. Yeah, I know it's farm salmon. It's not the same. Mind you, what is the same nowadays? Do you remember when the boys from the village used to go out with a net? And we'd be eating salmon every day for a week? And that time you put it out to the back door to cool in the pan. And the cat ate it. There's no wild salmon now. Where did they go? Oh, Koi cafes. No idea. Hey, don't touch that button. Ma? Oh. Sian Rashid. Gone. I knew that was going to happen. I love you, Ma. I'll see you soon. When things go back to normal, everything will be fine. I'm quite sure it will.